Jazz music is known for its complex and sophisticated harmonies, rhythms, and improvisational techniques. In this lecture, we will delve deeper into some of the more complex concepts of jazz music. One of the fundamental aspects of jazz music is the use of chord progressions. In jazz, musicians often use chords that extend beyond the basic triads of major and minor chords. For example, the seventh chord is commonly used in jazz, which adds the seventh note of the scale to the triad. The seventh chord can also be further extended with additional notes such as the ninth, 11th, and 13th. These extended chords add more color and complexity to the music. Let's take a closer look at chord extensions. In a basic triad, there are three notes: the root, the third, and the fifth. For example, a C major triad consists of the notes C, E, and G. When we add a seventh note to this triad, we get a Kmaj 7 chord, which consists of the notes C, E, G, and B. We can further extend this chord by adding additional notes, such as the 9th, 11th, and 13th. For example, a Kmaj 13 chord consists of the notes C, E, G, B, D, F, and A. The use of extended chords can be heard in many jazz standards. For example, let's take a look at the chord progression in the jazz standard Misty by Erroll Garner. The song begins with a 2VI progression in the key of E-B major, but the chords are extended with 7th and 9th chords. The 2 chord is a minor 7th chord, the V chord is a dominant 9th chord, and the I chord is a major 7th chord. These extended chords add more depth and complexity to the music, creating a lush and sophisticated sound. Another important concept in jazz music is improvisation. Improvisation is the process of creating music on the spot, without pre-planned notes or melodies. Jazz musicians often use scales and modes as a framework for their improvisation. One common scale used in jazz improvisation is the pentatonic scale. The pentatonic scale is a 5-note scale that can be used in a variety of contexts. It is often used as a basis for improvisation in blues and rock music, but it can also be used in jazz. The pentatonic scale can be extended with additional notes to create the pentatonic major or pentatonic minor scales. Let's take a closer look at the pentatonic scale. The pentatonic scale is a 5-note scale that consists of the root, 2nd, 3rd, 5th, and 6th notes of the major scale. For example, the C major pentatonic scale consists of the notes C, D, E, G, and A. The pentatonic scale can be used to create melodic lines and solos that fit within the context of the chord progression. The use of the pentatonic scale can be heard in many jazz standards. For example, let's take a look at the jazz standard, Blue Bossa, by Kenny Dorham. The song is in the key of C minor, and the melody is based on the C minor pentatonic scale. During the improvisation sections, musicians often use the C minor pentatonic scale as a basis for their solos. This scale provides a simple and effective framework for improvisation, allowing musicians to explore different melodies and rhythms. Another important concept in jazz music is chord substitutions. Chord substitutions involve replacing a chord in a progression with a different chord that has a similar function. For example, a dominant 7th chord can be substituted with a diminished 7th chord or a tritone substitution. Another important concept in jazz music is reharmonization. Reharmonization involves changing the chords of a song while maintaining its original melody. This can be done to add more interest and complexity to a song, or to create a different mood or atmosphere. For example, let's take the jazz standard, Body and Soul, by Johnny Green. The original chord progression of the song is a I6-2V progression in D-B major. However, jazz musicians have reharmonized the song in many different ways over the years, creating new and interesting versions of the classic tune. One popular reharmonization of Body and Soul is the Coltrane Changes version. This version was created by the legendary saxophonist John Coltrane, and it involves a series of chord substitutions and extensions that add more tension and complexity to the progression. Another important concept in jazz music is the use of modes. A mode is a type of scale that is derived from a parent scale. For example, the Dorian mode is derived from the natural minor scale, and the Mixolydian mode is derived from the major scale. Jazz musicians often use modes as a basis for their improvisation. For example, in the jazz standard, So What? By Miles Davis, the entire melody is based on the Dorian mode. The song features a simple two-chord progression, with the chords alternating between DM7 and EBM7. The Dorian mode provides a simple and effective framework for improvisation, allowing musicians to explore different melodies and rhythms while maintaining the overall feel of the song. Finally, another important concept in jazz music is the use of polyrhythms. Polyrhythms involve the use of two or more rhythms played simultaneously. For example, a common polyrhythm in jazz music is the use of a 3/4 rhythm. This involves playing 3 beats in the space of 4 beats, creating a complex and syncopated feel. A great example of polyrhythms in jazz music can be found in the classic tune, Take 5, by Dave Brubeck. The song features a 5/4 time signature, which means that there are 5 beats in each measure. However, the melody is played in a rhythm that is divided into 3 and 2 beats, creating a complex polyrhythm. This rhythmic complexity adds to the overall interest and excitement of the song, making it a classic in the jazz repertoire. In conclusion, jazz music is a complex and multifaceted genre that is full of interesting and challenging concepts. From chord progressions and improvisation to reharmonization, modes, and polyrhythms, jazz musicians have a wide range of tools at their disposal. By understanding and utilizing these concepts, musicians can create music that is both technically impressive and emotionally expressive, making jazz a truly unique and rewarding genre of music.